What's good, y'all? It's Ahmed's Voice. Make sure you head on over to my website, ahmedsvoice.com. Again, that's the central hub where you can find everything. My podcast links, my journal notes, links to all my social media pages. It's really easy to find me. You can go to your favorite social media platform and look for Ahmed's Voice. So today, I just want to talk about this weird dream I had last night. Yeah, random. Weird dream. I was on a spaceship. Actually, it was the Starship Enterprise, or some derivative of it in some universe, whatever universe I decided to dream in last night. And I wasn't the captain, but I definitely was the second in command, the executive officer, first mate, whatever. And Bones was there. Yeah, Dr. McCoy. He was there too, or a derivative of Dr. McCoy. But anyway, but it wasn't like a purely military ship. Like there was just all kinds of people on it, like a multicultural ship that was traveling through space for some reason. But then it was really weird because everybody just started bugging out. Like everybody just got real hungry and like just tripping and kind of spaced out. Just tripping, laughing, joking, eating, but like bugged out. Like they were just in a trance almost. And it was me and Dr. McCoy, and we were walking around. He was trying to figure out what was going on with all these people. And everybody was just bugged out. It was really weird. They were really tripping. Eyes kind of glazed over. They were there, but they weren't there. And then they didn't even notice us, didn't see us. And we trying to figure out what's going on because we know everybody is bugged out. Everybody's tripping. It's not right. Everybody's just eating food and snacks and drinking sodas and just, man, it was really weird. You know, Dr. McCoy was Dr. McCoy from Star Trek. He was tripping, mad, irritated, and I'm just walking around like, wow, it was kind of scary. We weren't afraid of people, but it was kind of scary because I didn't want to fall into a trance like them. Really weird. And so we're just walking around the whole ship trying to find out what's going on. And Dr. McCoy's got one of those little things and he's trying to, you know, scan people's faces and heads and figure out what's going on. We have no idea. As far as we know, we're the really only two sober ones on the whole ship. But then all of a sudden, I noticed there's these two dudes following us. And so we're walking, we're trying to figure things out. And then all of a sudden, this guy's like he's basically on my heels. I turned around, grabbed him by his collar and threw him up against the wall and asked him what his problem was. And he said, hey, we trying to figure out what's going on. You the two only normal ones looking here on the ship, walking around. So anyway, we're walking around again. And we see people, we see this one woman, young girl, and she seems like she's coming out of it. But then she bugs out again and goes walking away. And then we're walking down the hallway and there's a backpack with the phone on it and it keeps ringing and ringing and ringing. And I pick it up and I answer it and it's another girl and she's saying, hey, the drunk is wearing off. The drunk is wearing off and the emptiness is coming back. And then as we start looking around, the people started kind of coming out of it and everybody was super thirsty and was looking for water. And we were just like, wow. But my mind went back to the voicemail or the message on the phone that it was called The Drunk and that it was wearing off and the emptiness was coming back. Then I woke up. And Dr. McCoy was gone at that point for some reason. Became somebody else. I don't know who he was. But anyway, it was really weird. Just walking around this whole ship. And everybody was just in this weird stupor. And we were the only sober ones. And then watching everybody coming out of it. I don't know why I'm decided to record and talk about this dream. But the thing that I got when I got up and went to the gym this morning and I really cycled it through my mind, the only parallel I could get was that we didn't know what was going on. We were just on this ship and all of a sudden everybody started tripping. And we didn't know. Maybe there's some parallel episode to Star Trek like this. I'm gonna have to look it up. Maybe there's something I'm just forgetting in myself that I don't realize. Maybe there's something, I'm pretty sure there's some type of episode like this. And Star Trek was just the place my subconscious went to grab it. But I really started thinking, it's a thought I have a lot and it resonated. We're on this thing we call planet Earth. We're traveling at 36,000 miles through a giant void, an interstellar shooting match in orbit around this giant, gaseous, almost under control, unbelievable times 30 trillion, whatever measurement you want to use, thermonuclear explosion that's heating us and warming us. And we're just traveling through this empty void that's expanding, which means we're always moving through a space we don't even know about. And who knows what kind of cosmic storms that we pass through. We have magnetic north, we have magnetic poles that are shifting. Who knows what's going on? Who knows what people become infected with? Who knows what our minds do? But the thing about it is that at the end of the day, there was 4 of us that we knew. There might have been some other people in other parts of the ship we didn't run into. But we were the sober ones. And I went back to that message on the phone that the drunk was wearing off and the emptiness was coming back. That meant the reality was coming back. Not that it was empty, it's that the reality was coming back. And the majority of people, for a minute, they were in that stupor and just drinking and drinking sodas and chips and food and cake. And then when they started coming out, they needed water. They needed the one liquid that we need to replenish ourselves, stay hydrated. And this reminded me of this quote that I saw online years ago that stuck with me. That truth doesn't live in the masses. I have no idea what this all means, except for that truth doesn't live in the masses. Maybe we were the 5% on that trip, on that ship, that really knew what was going on the whole time. Maybe that's the goal, is that you have to keep your mind sober, you have to keep your mind independent, you have to keep your eyes open, and you always have to dwell on the reality of life. You have to dwell on the reality that we live on a planet that's hurtling through space. That's hurtling through an unknown to us. And maybe that's just the soberness that we know we're hurtling through an unknown at all times. We don't know anything. And we're walking around a drunken stupor thinking we know it all. And we're just sucking in stuff that's really dehydrating us. And the stuff that's good for us is found in the soberness of thought, in the soberness of reality. Anyway, yeah, I told you, random episode, random talk. This has been Ahmed's Voice. Head on over to my website at ahmedsvoice.com. Follow me at Ahmed's Voice. Also follow me on YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff, because different content makes it to different platforms. Anyway, thank you. Have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are when you listen to this. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.